Welcome everybody, Monte here from Monte Rico Gaming channel, bringing you some more Transport Fever. That's right, this is going to be a brand new series. That's why we're looking at the Create New Game screen, because I want you guys to know the options that we're about to play. So it's going to be a small world map. It's going to be a flat terrain type. Don't worry, there'll still be some hills. We're going to start all the way back in 1850, and that's right, we're going to be playing it on hard. I am going to be going the 1-3 world format instead of a 1-1, instead of a big square. This is going to be interesting for our builds. We're going to have to build a little bit more narrow, a little bit more different, not our big loops that we're used to building in our big square maps. Anyway, the seed is Monte Rico. Let's get right to it. I'm going to show you how I do the setups early on, because sometimes in hard mode it's a little hard to get started and things like that. But once we get rocking and rolling, I'm hoping things will run smoothly, and we might even knock out some achievements along the way. Enough said. We'll have plenty of time to talk while we game. Let's do this. Start the game. All right, everybody. Here we go. We are now in the map of Monte Rico in hard mode, small map, and that's right, we're just checking out the towns. I figured we would do a first look. First thing is everyone's starting to run around, do everything on their own. We have not a thing down, so I'm going to let it play, even though what you really want to do right when you start the game is pause it and get some stuff built out. But we're going to look at the map, talk about it a bit, and then I'm going to load into a save file that has a initial setup going with an early April date there. Anyway, this is going to be the south, is at least what we're going to call it. Whole Beach, okay? Whole Beach is on the south end, and then we'll go east, west, north, unless something proves me otherwise along the way. We have 6 cities that we're going to have to take care of. Highest population is Chorley and Chest Hut. Whole Beach is kind of right here in the middle ground. But let's head north and let's see what we're going to have. We got some crude construction materials. So construction materials and stone, which is what we need for construction materials. So that's a potential business. But one of the tips that, especially in hard, that you want to do, and what I like to call is the double dip. And I know you're never supposed to really double dip in real life, but in Transport Fever, if you can double dip your trains and trucks and things like that, and boats even. I don't know if we'll use boats, but I doubt it. Moving right on up, we got Forwich, Chest Hut, Heartland. There's Chorley. There's our big city. And Bungay up north. Food to bread. Okay, food processing plant. We need cows or wheat. This produces both, so I definitely could see this working out. And this would be a great example of a double dip. So what you would do is, let's go ahead and start this. I might do a Transport Fever 101 type deal. I haven't totally decided on that. Did that for Train Fever, and thought that might be fun, but undecided yet. And as you can see right here, this is not what to do. You want the, yes, I want to confirm that destruction. What you want are the second ones here for the trucks, not for passenger passenger lines. So obviously, I need to go back and learn how to play. See, these are the types of mistakes that I make all the time. And yeah, I was on passengers. What you want is the truck stops here. These are actually able to hold supplies. But if I was looking at this as a noob, it is... Besides pictures of going, okay, that's a person. And I guess if you go over it, okay, bus station. Bus tram stations with 2 or more passenger terminals. And then if you click and mouse over this, you can see that it's a cargo terminal. But no obvious, really, way besides the pictures. Anyway, we're going to keep on moving on here. I'm going to go ahead and throw down the depot here, which is where we buy our vehicles, okay? And the horse wagon. What I love about the horse wagon, besides what I hate about it, is that it does cargo types of everything. So we set this guy to automatic, and it's going to work great for the double dip. All right, so what I'm going to do is buy a ton of these guys here. They're going to show up in the road depot. We're going to say set line all, new line, and it's going to go right from here right up to there. Now, we do have to pay attention on this path here. This hill, vehicles definitely get impacted by the change in terrain, just as trains do. So things to keep an eye on. This is really going to slow us up on the way back. Anyway, it should be all right. But what's great is these trucks should be taking either wheat or cattle one way, and then hopefully take the bread back the next way. Now, the problem that's happening right now is this is not a complete line. I've built out half of it, so if I actually did nothing but just let the game run, these would never really work out properly. Because the potential for the bread, the details, the potential for this product is 0. And so we need to fix that by connecting, and this time I do want a passenger stop, because you can drop off freight at passenger, but I needed cargo there and there because it's going to be storing the cargo. But I need to find out where bread's going to go, which is to commercial, which is blue. And I'm going to see if I put a bus stop here, I'm going to have to go here. That's okay. We're going to go all the way in. And what we're going to do is delete key to close all the things. We're going to buy some road vehicles. We're going to buy some more automatic road wagons here. And I'm going to set line, new line, and we're going to go from here. You know what? No. Because I'm going to have more going here, and it could go there, but I am going to build a separate depot here just to reduce traffic, because we're going to have a lot going on. So I'm going to remove this one, but we're going to add it here, and we're going to go to there. See, it doesn't even touch this guy anymore. And what this is going to do is it's going to create the demand on our industry for bread. Because now if I come over here, you can see this stop covered all my commercial. And what that means is if I click on the town of Bungay, you can see there's potential of 54 bread. And I know I'm going to have the total full potential of 54 because I'm covering all the commercial buildings. If I was, say, covering half of them, I'd probably only be able to get a demand of, say, 20-something or 30-something. Anyway, we should be good now, and what we should be seeing here soon enough is potentials. And we know we've got the potential here, but what we want to see is a potential on the product. So hopefully that's going to happen. We are going to fast forward here and move forward in time. And, oh, another thing. I'm going to go ahead and repay 500K. I know it's going to drop me down lower on money. I'm going to spend all this money, all of it, pretty much. Actually, no, all of it, on line 1. Because they only haul 4 each, and we are really going to build up this line. Eventually, I want to even do a transfer up to Chorley. But Chorley's going to have to offer us something good. We can't just be willy-nilly throwing bread at everybody for no good reason. They got to trade something to us to make it worth our while to build transportation all the way out like mad. Anyway, we're going to keep on moving on here. I'm not sure what year I will forward on to, but I won't do anything too exciting. I'm just going to actually pop on some tunes, get some laundry done, and maybe when I get back, we'll see if things are going well and if we have a good demand. And once this line is making us a profit, what I'd hopefully like to do is be able to pay off the rest of our loan as soon as possible, because that loan interest is no joke on hard mode, especially. Also, I don't want to ever take out a loan, because that's one of the achievements, is on hard mode to make it to the year 2000 without ever taking out a loan. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep on doing that on this map here. 6 cities. Let's try to get all the goods to all the cities. Maxed out is another thing, but I do want to at least provide all of our 6 cities with all 6 separate possible goods to be delivered. So that's what we're going to be working on. And I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I've been getting some requests to play this map on hard mode. So here we go. Let's see if we can get it done. Hold on tight. Let's warp to the future. All right. See, just a mere second later, and poof, the other cargo's gone. Actually, I just hadn't moved it over yet in this earlier save. It will all even out and look similar. Everything is getting played the same. Anyway, here we are. Bungay North. Doing well. Let's bring up the loops, and you can see 103K on hard, line 1. And that's pretty acceptable. We got a lot of trucks on it. But as you can see, there is some trafficiness going on here, and especially if we want to truly expand our food route, this does get a little bit congested. And then hopefully, I mean, we got to wait until almost 1900 before we start getting decent road vehicles. And trust me, on hard mode, you want to make sure you're making good money and not, you can go take out a bunch of loans and try to set up a train line, and more power to you. But this will hopefully work out. This line is doing well because, as you can see, one direction it's bringing one good, and coming back it's bringing bread goods. And then this guy is not doing that style. He's only bringing goods one way, which you can see the big difference in the profits there. So if you're always dropping off goods at every stop, it's going to really help you out. Now, Chorley, the mayor of Chorley, came by, and he's like, hey, Monte, got a proposition for you. Where is he? Where? Hold on, let's slow it down. Is it you? It was, yeah, Riley Moore. The mayor, Riley Moore, hopping on out of our Sadler leather products. And he was like, hey, Monte, I got a proposition for you. I got some fuel. I got this refinery I'm working on, and we sure could use some bread to feed the workers. So I was like, all right, man, I got some bread on the way. I got some spare trucks. So we are going to expand a food network out here. Now, what I'm thinking about doing as well is providing a nice backdoor business road this way to help shorten the path a little bit and to stop the trucks from going right downtown. Also, that'll be good for fuel. Can be heading up this way and heading up. What the mayor of Chorley has not mentioned was that, oh yeah, he's got a fuel refinery, but he has no crude at the moment. So yeah, good luck getting any fuel without the crude. So we are going to have to build Mr. Riley Moore a bridge. And this bridge, it's going to cost a little bit of money. Not crazy money, but it's going to cost a little bit of money. Now, this ain't bad, though. 151K to jump right across here. We really want to go all the way up and connect direct like this. Oops, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I went off of bridges and clicked on land. We don't want that, so we're just going to say okay to that. We're going to bridge out here, and we are going to be providing crude as well. Seeing as how we're going to rack in all the benefits, we don't really care. We're going to go right for it. But those are the plans with our money moving forward. Now, what I did in real game, instead of what I just wasted all that money on now, was pay off an additional 500K. So don't do what I did. Do what I did anyway. You know what I mean there. Don't go spending your money on that bridge and expansion yet. Really, if you're going to try to follow along and do this as well, I do highly recommend. I was so close. I was at like 460K. But as soon as that went over 500, first thing you do, repay it and bring it down to 200K. And I would even say pay off the next 200K before you overly expand. I would say it's safe to go ahead and get more food going, because I do want this demand to go up even higher. Because right now, see, look at that. The potential is only 78. If we connect Chorley, that potential is going to go way up and then really bump up this line. But again, it's only 1866. We're stuck with these little trucks for a while. So let's let the money roll in. And we'll see where we are when we are. And I'll bring you guys right back in. And this is our teleportation point for the episode. So hold on. Let's jump on forward. Warp, 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 warp. All right, here we are. Into the future. Let's watch these. Because you guys know, I like to play in a little bit closer. But right now, not much going on. And you guys know I don't like those red numbers. All right, go away, red numbers. But here we go. We have still too much going on right here. A brand new line 4. Now, what line 4 and line 2, they are going to transfer to a new stop here. However, for now, line 4 heads up on over here and hits up the transfer, the Bungay Central Transfer. What's great here is these trucks are actually dropping off bread that supplies... no. Sorry. Let's see. I don't think this is actually supplying Bungay at all. I think this stop is taking care of everything. However, this stop, my whole point here is instead of having trucks go all the way to Bungay or Chorley, they just go here. And then I have some faster, newer trucks that hold 5 goods. These guys right here. And in fast mode, those horses really can move. And these guys are actually delivering the first set of goods, which is the bread, over to Chorley. Now, we just found out about the oil debacle and how we're going to have to wait on fuel. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to work on. The nice thing to notice is I didn't make a liar out of myself. I paid off my debts. But it did take until like 1870 something to pay everything off. So things are paid off. As you can see, no bridge is really there in reality yet. So this is the real play. But that's what we're going to do. Loans paid off. Expanded our food line here. Now, once I start making profits, like real profits, we are going to connect crude. And what's nice is I'm going to use this stop to drop off fuel for this town. But what's going to be great is I'm going to actually need to expand it out, which I might want to do now. So I don't spend a ton of money by blowing up all these buildings like that. Oh, and then we just went out, we just went broke. But I'm going to build an actual cargo stop here. Because what I'm going to want to do is just a line dropping off a bunch of fuel here. I want some of the fuel to be provided here, and then I want it to hold on to fuel, which a passenger bus stop can't do. But a cargo stop can hold on to fuel, so the bread gets dropped off, and hopefully he'll bring fuel back, which will be great, because then the Bungay to Chorley line will be double dipping, which is, you know how, that's what this episode's about. The hard mode double dip. All right. Well, things are going all right. Bread. Line 4 is still not pushing too much. What I need to do with my profits, this is what I've been doing, is slowly going, okay, we made just enough money, buy it, and then set line, and then we go, line. What line? What line is that? Set line 3. Line 3. That's what we have out here. And eventually I get everything named. And it's going to be good times. But that's going to be cool. We're going to have bread. We're going to start that expansion out. I do want to get a real nice train line. Kind of going down the middle. Where we get a hub. And we'll transfer everything out in all different directions. But the next thing we got to decide is what's the next thing we want to start building. We've got bread. We've got fuel. I'm thinking tools and machines, because that's a twofer. For like example here, we could just make tools with just planks, which is great. But we're definitely going to need steel anyway if we want to make machines. So tools first, then machines. But do we want to focus on this first? So we have some options. We could either go with planks and plastic or planks and steel. Steel, again, is already a hard commodity to make right now. We're going to need coal and iron ore. And that I don't think is happening. But plastic gives us options too. We can either go with double grain or we can go with oil. I'm thinking oil. So we'll get oil to the chemical plant. And we'll bring fuel to the cities. So that's going to be the other thing we need to expand. And get this going. Because, let's see, if we do that, we make plastic. And then we're also going to have to get the planks going. That's what's great, too. Just logs to here, planks to here, plastic to here. And those planks and plastics will get us goods. And then the goods can go here and here. Maybe a hub in the middle or something. And still a lot of trucking to start. And then once that gets going, another easy peasy is we will start attacking from the south going north. and do a little construction material action going on here. So those are my plans. But plans sometimes go south very fast in Transport Fever if you're not careful. So hopefully this is going to be a fun, good series that's just going to continue on. We can look at the traffic, like I said, going up the hill here. I knew these guys were going to be struggling. People be flying down the hills, but definitely not flying uphill. So it's good that they're taking into account the terrain difference on the land vehicles as well. And we haven't even played with waypoints and assigning terminals and all kinds of cool stuff. The updates keep coming, even though the game's released. Anyway, this has been Monte again, bringing you some more Transport Fever, small map Monte Rico on hard. I look forward to coming back episode 2 and getting some fuel going and continuing on. So hopefully you guys are having a great day, great weekend, great week, great month, great life. I will see you guys on the flip side. See you next time. Keep on gaming. Monte Rico gaming.